All right, I'm here with Cody. My boy just went undefeated today. We all did. It was great. We got some Luffys, we got some Choppers, we got some Zoros, we got some Usoops, and I probably said that wrong because I always do. How did it feel?
It feels like I finally got to play in an event.
Yeah.
And we won.
Yeah, so we did. And how was that experience? Like, what did your deck do really well today, and where did it underperform, if at all?
So, you and Jackson both played the red decks.
Yep.
You guys played Zoro and Whitebeard, so I had to play the other deck, which was either Dofi or Law, pretty much.
I can't tell if you're calling us Meta Sheep, but we'll keep rolling.
I mean, that's totally fine. And I only play blue, as most of you know that have watched like Cross's videos or have like seen me before. I only play blue for the most part. So why not just have 3-1 tricks on the same team?
Yeah.
Dofi was pretty good today for the most part. I didn't really brick except maybe one game, but it wasn't so bad that I couldn't play out of it. I think that my list was pretty good for the most part. It's pretty much the same list that I've been playing for like the last week or so now.
The one you won the tournament with, right?
Yeah, the one that I won the Crosses tournament with. And yeah, I think that it performed pretty well. Don't really know of anything I would change though.
Okay. So show us this awesome list then, bro.
Alright, so
as we look at all that bling.
So for the first card, 4 Perona and 4 Dofi, you just want to see one of these cards in your hand. This card pretty much facilitates your entire deck for the most part. Just looking at the top 5, planning out your next 3 turns for free is just very, very good and important.
Is there any matchup where you don't mulligan for it?
So sometimes I will maybe not prioritize the Perona and Dofi and more so prioritize the 3000 Worlds against Law, because most of the time you don't really want to swing early and give them life. You kind of want to starve them until your 7 dawn turn and not give them life. So yeah, I won't really prioritize Perona or Dofi because you'll probably end up seeing them anyway just naturally, and more so focus on getting to Mihawks and 1000 Worlds. But besides that, if you open Perona, you probably just keep the hand no matter what.
Yeah.
So my Warlord count is 3 Vanilla Gecko. And a big thing was I was wanting to play 4 or play 4 Jinbei. So I just wanted Jinbei more because I thought I'd be playing against more Law, Zoro, since it is a 3v3. And since I said B, I feel like most of the teams wanted to put like their best player or their best deck at B. So I would be able to pretty much pick my matchups for the most part for this event. And it worked out pretty well. I think I played against like all red today and won Yamato. So Jinbei was pretty good all day because of the effect that makes it so they never want to kill it.
Yeah. Now, do you wish you would have done the opposite?
No. I think the 4 Jinbei is fine. Also, Jinbei is a better draw than the 6K Gecko Moria because Jinbei also plays around Fire Fist, which your deck's very bad into. So just putting on characters that do something whenever they go to the graveyard or the trash, they is really important.
Yeah.
Pretty much because of all the red that I was expecting to see and did end up playing. Next, I have the 4 Revive Moria. I have 4 Boa. And then my Pacifista and Kuma engine. Yeah, so this was one of the cards that I was thinking about maybe cutting for Gecko. The 4th Gecko Moria was the Pacifista, but once again, I wanted to play around Fire Fist as much as I possibly could. And just being able to flip over Kuma while having Pacifista in is just too strong. Next, I only play 4 2Ks. I play 4 Mihawk, 4 Alvida. The Alvida could be Ka. I never play either one of them, so I just wanted to use the box topper. And then for the last characters, I just play 4 Mihawk. This card's insane. Once you get 9 Dawn, if you have 3 or more life, you play this card and you probably just win the game. And then for the events, I play 3,000 Worlds. This card is probably one of the reasons why Dofi is so good right now. Being able to bottom deck Marcos that are played on curve is just very, very strong. Not destroying it. And then also setting back Whitebeard whenever they play like Atmos, Frankie, Marcos. And also being able to spin back Rush Luffy is really good too.
Sure is.
And then the best card in the deck, I believe, is 4 Love Mellow. Every time that I have this card, is after the turn after I drop Mihawk, if I have this card in my hand, I feel like I just can never die. And being able to freely swing my Mihawk without it being really prone to dying to attacks because I have the Love is just so good. Also, this card is very, very important versus Zoro because it pretty much guards out of 2 attacks for free by itself.
And also in our playtesting the other night, you use it to really cycle through your deck.
Yeah.
And there's one turn where you chained, I believe, 3 in our playtesting.
Yeah, like I had opened like 2 of these, and I used like a Dofia or Perona. I saw another one on top of my deck, so it let me hold up the 6/9 and then Love, draw the Love, and then draw 2 extra cards to be able to keep myself alive. And I don't know, a lot of people don't really see like, or they don't really expect you to just chain 2 Love Mellows. Even if you hold up the mana for 2 Love, like they still like, they just won't believe you that you have it. And when you do have it, there's just absolutely nothing that they can do for the most part. You just won't die that turn, and if you pressure your opponent's life early, then it just seals the game by itself. And then the last card in my deck, I just played a Gum Marine. This card is very, very good, especially paired with Love. So, once again, going back off the fact that putting your opponent low in life to be able to like force them to try to kill you. If you Love early and then take life, but you have Gum Marine, it will force them to actually 100% commit to trying to kill you, and maybe even like baiting them into placing their Dawn wrong, or just, messing up, because no one really expects like a 0 event counter that just turns a Mihawk or like a 3,000 Worlds or something into a 3K counter. And this card is just insane in the deck.
Yeah, it definitely catches people off surprise, right?
Yeah, 100%, because against like, even like against like Whitebeard or the mirror match, you're gonna be getting swung on for 7K a lot, and Gum Marine just being the perfect 3,000 counter that you need is just very, very good whenever they have to commit so much for no life at the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a great call. I love that as a deck card too. I'm big on one-ofs, but I think that's a great one. And is there anything else you want to say? Any other shout-outs or anything else you want to say about Dofi, hard matchups, or anything that you think people should know?
So honestly, I think the only hard matchup for Dofi is Law. If you aren't able to see your 3,000 Worlds, everything else, I think Dofi either has like a 50% chance of like just going even with it, or it's favored in most matchups right now, especially in the meta that we have where ACOS Kid isn't really in any of the decks right now, or just seeing play at all. It's it makes it so Dofi can actually do a lot of work right now because all of its good matchups are pretty much just anything red. So it being like a red heavy format right now and just red dominating every single event that you go to. If you know how to play Dofi correctly, I think that this leader is just probably the best meta call until red just gets hit.
Yeah, I agree. I really like Dofi right now. I think it's really set up well in the meta right now.
I agree, for sure.
In this crazy red dominant meta. So, congrats on the day. Congrats on the Luffy. Big ups. And any shout outs you want to do?
Yeah, so shout outs to Luxury Gaming, my sponsors. If it wasn't for them, then it would be a lot harder to travel to events. They support me, and I am thankful that they gave me the chance to join the Bandai team since I am from Yu-Gi-Oh! And just Nick having the faith in me to actually try in this game and it paying off. Next, shout out to the Luxury tournament page where we hold tournaments daily, probably like 6 tournaments a day, where pretty much you get to play for cards or boxes of new product or pretty much whatever you want to play for. We'll probably be able to run a tournament for it, and you get really, really good play testing in those groups because almost everyone there has done something at a regional at least. And then lastly, shout out to my teammates. Shout out to you, Garrett, and also shout out to Jackson. This trip was pretty last minute. I think we all booked our flight like 6 days ago to make this happen. But yeah, in the end, I'm glad that we actually all committed to it and, you know, did the thing and won like everyone was kind of expecting us to do.
Yeah, it's good to live up to those expectations. Would have felt kind of bad if we didn't.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that.
So, once again, shout out to you, Cody. Congrats on the Luffy, man, and can't wait to see more of your success.